Hello, my beautiful diamond, my TikToker, SheilaTruelove here with you. I was looking at a video where there was this black guy, and he was really coming down hard on ebony women, saying how we are not raised to be wives, and that's why a lot of them are turning over to Caucasian women and other races of women because black women, they don't know how to really appreciate a man. So as I'm watching this video, I come across another video. And this is a woman who says that her marriage is a nightmare. She's a Caucasian. She's one of our vanilla sisters. And she's going on to explain all the nonsense that you see a lot of these wives putting up with. And a lot of black women, ebony women, no, they're not willing to do all of that, honey. That's not going to happen. Black women are tired. Let me share this with you.
Got to kind of watch it through, because at first it's going to sound like she's being very ungrateful, but then she started making some very valid points. This lady right now is going through the worst.
Yeah, when I first listened, I thought, what? Why is she complaining? Her husband works. She's supposed to be a stay-at-home mother and wife. And like this dude here says, at first I was like, why is she complaining? You know, it sounds like she's a little on the lazy side. No. Listen up.
I wouldn't say the worst, but in her mind, the worst marriage, based off what she said, that she's ever been in her life. And this was her first marriage. So watch this video, y'all. Let me know what y'all think. But before we get into it, y'all already know what we got to do first. We got to give credit to the creator. So this is the person right here. Her name is Samantha, but her @ name is SteadyJohn14 on TikTok. This is where I found the story. This is where you can go follow her for more updates if you want to hear more about it. Go check her out here. All right, now that we got that out the way, for the rest of y'all, y'all already know. Y'all with me. Make sure y'all watch this video to the end.
Yeah, okay.
Don't skip it.
Yeah. Get to the point.
So today is my 3-year wedding anniversary, and I can without a doubt say that this has been hands down the most depressing, miserable, horrible 3 years of my life. I have literally never been so depressed. I've never hated another person more than I hate the person that I married. Well, I run my ass off and I do everything for everybody in my life, like me, my kids, him. He goes to work and works enough. That's it. He works. Yeah, his job's hard. Yeah, his hours suck. But he works. That is all he does. I am in a different town because I had to take my kids to their football practice. And I asked him to watch our daughter. And you know what he did? He slept since he got home. What did I do? I did homework. I fed the kids. I took my son to speech. I went to the bank. I paid people to mow my yard because, you know, he can't mow the yard anymore. Like I said, made sure homework got done. I got them ready for football. I took them to football. I tried taking care of myself and went on a walk. But, you know, when I started realizing I hadn't heard from him, I'm calling and begging for the bare minimum of him to watch our fucking daughter. Excuse my language. I'm just so upset. To watch our daughter, to cut up a watermelon and to make dinner. I mean, that is absolutely bare minimum. That's not asking for much. And it's not even today. Oh, so then when he realizes that he's almost running out of time and we're going to be home soon, he's like, oh, I can't because I don't have this. So you know what a normal person would do? They'd be like, oh, I don't have that. Let me go get it. But guess what? He has 30 minutes until everybody's going to be home. So he's just like, I'm just not going to do anything. I'm just going to lay now because I waited so long and now I'm mad at myself. Now I'm just not going to do anything because F it. I am 30 years old and I'm literally begging for the bare minimum every single day. I am a married single mom. That's what I am. Yeah, I don't work, but the amount of weight I carry, I have been applying for jobs. I mean, I can tell you right now, the reason women stay in shit relationships is one, because they don't have the means to leave financially,
Yep.
like a house, to the idea of a family, I can tell you why I've stayed. Money. It's that simple. I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. He used to want me to be a stay-at-home mom. Now he just doesn't care because he doesn't care about anything. I shouldn't have.
I'm trying to figure that part out. Why do any woman want to be a stay-at-home mom? I keep thinking about the Proverbs 31. She's known to be the perfect wife. Why do you want to be a stay-at-home mom? I want to raise my kids. I want to do this. I know so many mothers who are working. Their children grew up to be lawyers, doctors, CEOs of companies, well-adjusted children who have careers. And they were not stay-at-home mothers and stay-at-home wives. Why do you want to be a stay-at-home? That's me. Because let me tell you something. I love working. You know, the retirement age now, I think it's 67. Honey, I want to work. I have a woman at my job now. I work with the state. I work in the legal profession. 77. She ain't trying to retire. Oh, no, actually, she is retiring now. 77 years of age. I want to be like that. I love working. People say, well, I want a vacation. Honey, how much vacation can you do when you're on a fixed income and in a limited budget? And how much vacation do? You do that once, twice a year? And what do you do with the rest of your time? I love working, but that's just me, Capricorn. Can't help it.
Wake a 32-year-old man up for work. No matter what shift, first, second, third, I shouldn't have to wake him up for work. I shouldn't have to tell him what time to set an alarm if I can't wake him up. I shouldn't have to call or make people go wake him up. I shouldn't tell a grown man that he probably should shower after working all day. I shouldn't have to tell him to brush his teeth. I shouldn't have to tell him to feed his kids while he's taking care of them. I shouldn't have to tell him to watch his kids. I shouldn't have to tell him what to put the kids in when it comes to clothes. I shouldn't have to tell him where the clothes are. He doesn't even know my kids' teachers' name.
Now, my thing is, even if she is a stay-at-home mom and he works, at a job, you get personal days to take off. You get vacation days. You get sick days. You know what I mean? When do these stay-at-home mothers and wives get any days off? And when you're working, you get paid cash, honey, cash where you can go shopping, you can go party, you go out to dinner, you get money. But my main thing is, when you work in a secular job or you have a career, you get time off, sweetheart. She should take some sick days off. No, I'm on vacation, babe. 4 weeks vacation I got, so I'm taking a whole week. You're on, buddy boy. You work, but so do I.
I shouldn't have to manage his schedule and mine and my kids. I shouldn't have to tell him, hey, you need to refill your medicine. Hey, you need a doctor's appointment. Hey, you should probably get your oil changed. Hey, your brakes don't sound good. Not only tell him, but then I have to call and schedule that oil change because will he do it himself? No. Will he call himself? No. I am raising another kid. And so what's going to happen when I get my job? I am going to be doing everything that I'm doing.
Why?
On top of working now.
No, Mom. That's my vanilla sister. She need me right now. I learned so many things from my vanilla sisters, and they learn from us. Hell no, you're not. Call me, girl. Huh. No, we're going to do 50-50 of the housework up in here. I'm on 1 week. You're on next week when it comes to these children. Bathing them and cleaning, taking them to the games. Figure it out. I had to. And now that I'm working too, now that you're working and you're bringing money in the house, you should have more say-so. That's why I never tell women, be some stay-at-home, depend on him, let him take care of you financially. Your whole survival, your children's survival depend on him. What? My daughter wanted to be a stay-at-home mother. You want to see Sheila lose her mind? I almost lost it. Not on my watch. She's a registered nurse now. Oh, yeah. She wanted to be some stay-at-home mom. What? She works from home now, but she got that. She's a registered nurse or coordinator or whatever the hell she's doing these days. She ain't no stay-at-home, ain't making no money, depending on no man. I bet you that. We got to talk, girl.
I shouldn't have to tell a grown man if he can and can't buy something because he doesn't know how much money we have, because never in his life has he ever downloaded a banking app on his phone. Never has he ever looked at a pay stub. Never has he ever even looked at a bill to see what it costs. So yeah, he might make the money, but who carries the financial weight? Who carries the way to budget the money? Who makes the grocery list? Who makes sure we have food so we can eat food? Who makes sure he has this, that, and everything else, when all he gives a shit about is getting high and sleeping? Because you know what? If he's not high, he's not happy.
If he's not high, he's not happy. Oh, so now you spending money like that? She's with a dope head? I don't know what he gets high on. But I told you I don't deal with people who smoke crack, crystal meth, weed. I don't want you with edibles. I don't want none of that. Because that leads to psychosis, schizophrenia, paranoia. Eventually all that adds up. And it makes you lazy as hell. That's why when you get off work, he ain't got no energy to help contribute to anything else. Now she's stuck with a dope head too?
Should not be begging a grown man for the bare minimum. On top of the bare minimum, I shouldn't have to deal with the anger outbursts, breaking my shit where my door won't even close, putting holes in my walls, threatening to kill me in front of my kids. The list could just go on and on. And yeah, I know I can leave, because trust me, I am leaving. But people can't just walk out and leave one day when you have kids and 12 years of life wrapped up together. You gotta have a plan. You can't just walk away with nothing.
Right.
You have to have a plan.
Yes.
My plan is in effect right now, but I just had a rant because I'm just baffled.
I know, baby.
I just don't want to spend another day like this. And I know I just gotta...
I'm totally proud of her, because like she said, we have to be realistic here. You can't just pick up and leave. You got kids. You got 12 years of your life wrapped up with this dud, this dusty. Oh my God. And I'm proud of her, because she has a plan. She's leaving. She's not going to sit there and put up with the garbage. I'm sweating now here because I'm freaking out. I love her too. And I'm praying for her. She going to be okay. She going to make it.
Get through couple more days, couple more weeks.
That's okay, baby. You can do this.
And then what?
You're gonna be
My
fine.
kids lose their dad when I quit forcing him to be one.
How can you lose your dad when they have co-parenting? And co-parenting this day and age, it's working out beautifully. Because I think we can all agree children need both their mom and their dad. That's why co-parenting is so beautiful. Only when they spend time with their mom, she got a break because the dad got the kids. Now mom got a break. She could go get her face all done up and go to the spa. I love the spa. I live in the spa. And I like going to get my nails done and your feet done and all that crap. She don't have time to do nothing. Co-parenting is beautiful. We also have video chat where the kids can have access to mom with their dad, crazy man, all doped up. Press mom, you got me right on here talking to me on the phone. And we could talk and I can read you bedtime stories and all the above. But yeah, we got to do this co-parenting because she shouldn't have to raise these kids on her own because she didn't create them on her own.
When I quit forcing him to help, when he loses his job because he doesn't wake up himself, like, I don't even know where I'm going with this. It's just not fair. Happy 3-year anniversary to me. Happy 3 years of misery. I mean, I'm trying so hard not to be bitter, but like, I've just never disliked somebody so much that I should love, that I just don't.
I know.
In sickness and health, better or worse, like, no. Like, so destroy myself and destroy my kids to keep a vow?
No, baby.
I don't even know where I'm going with.
And you have to understand the Bible also says, be wise, my child. Make my heart rejoice. Do you think it's wise for a woman to be more concerned about sticking to some vow? You don't make a vow to God anyway. You made a vow to this man in front of God. You didn't make a vow to God. A vow is nothing more than a promise. So do you think it's wise to stay and let someone destroy you? You're supposed to stay and allow this character to destroy your children? Is that wise? And let's not forget also, the Bible says what God joins together, let no one pull apart. God didn't join most of these marriages together. Satan put them together. God would never put one of his daughters or his sons with someone who's going to abuse them in any way. That was not put together by God. I don't believe in marriage. Because when you use common sense and you think about it, the first marriage performed was God joining Adam and Eve together. Adam was perfect, Eve was perfect. Marriage is for perfect people. That's why in 1 Corinthians chapter 7, it says, stay single, please. You'll do better. It says if you get married, you'll do okay. But if you stay single, you'll do better. I want the better. The only reason why the Bible recommends marriage is for sex. If you can't control yourself sexually, it's better to marry than to burn. That's what it says. But what happens after the honeymoon and the sex drive cools off and all that's gone? Now what? No.
I'm waiting to get my kids from football so I can go home to a fight that I already know I'm going to go home to. So I can figure out dinner at 8:30 at night and do showers and get everything ready for the next day to do it all over again. Moms literally cannot give up. You just can't give up because...
We can give up, honey. She says moms can't give up. Fathers do. They pick up and walk up and leave. And the only reason why I feel that way is because I think about mothers who are going through all of this. They're making sacrifices. They're putting up with abuse. They're struggling to make, to make sure everything is in order. They do a lot. And what happens when these kids grow up? They give their mothers, it's always the mother's fault. I messed up my mother. My life ain't the way it's supposed to be my mother because my mother was a narcissist. She was an addict. She was a drugger. She was a piece of... You gotta laugh, man. This is the kind of stuff comedy is made out of. You damned if you do. You damned if you don't. At least if you pick up and leave, the only thing these kids could say is I wasn't raised by my mother. She didn't raise me. That's the only thing they can say about you. But when you stay on the job and bust your behind and you looking like her, going through all of this nonsense, and then they grow up, they don't hardly want to spend time with you. When's the last time, I'm talking to my subscribers here, when's the last time you hung out with your mother? When's the last time you spent time with your mother? And do you do it consistently? I'm just proving a point here. I know what you're going to say, a lot of you. She's toxic. She ain't no good. She wasn't perfect. She did this, she did that. You see what I'm saying? My question also is, why should mothers stay then? Since they're only going to be labeled as no good, toxic, piece of garbage. Why should we stay? The men don't. I used to be angry at runaway fathers. I'm not anymore. I'm past all that. Because I see the end point.
Nobody else is going to pick up the pieces. Dads will check out. Dads will do this. Dads will do that. But as a mom, you literally cannot. Because you have to carry it.
I don't have to do nothing.
All right. I'm done.
No, girlfriend. The only thing we have to do, I have to say, ebony woman. I have to say black, die, and pay taxes. I don't have to do anything. Fathers don't, and it's a new law. You can leave these kids right there in the hospital. Call a social worker. I'm not cut out for this. I can't do it. It's way too much for me. Because even though I have a husband or a man at home, I'm a single, married, whatever. I can't do it. A lot of women are leaving these kids, calling up CPS. No. Why? Because a lot of women are seeing how these adult children grow up to be anyway. They don't appreciate nothing anyway.
I guess I should say what a perfect day to wear my Patterson Law shirt. problems with your ex, call Rex. If you need a good lawyer,
I hear you, girl.
he's your guy.
Now listen, I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. At first, I was not on her side. At first, when I was watching this video, I was like, she's not grateful at all. Like, she's very unappreciative. That's what I thought at first, because she was saying like, oh, he works a very hard job and his schedule is crazy, meaning he works a lot of hours. She said he does those things and then kind of like swept it under the rug. And I was like, hold on. So if he doing all of this hard work, he working all day, my defense at first was more like, do your part, he do his part. Yeah. What's the problem?
Right.
Then when she went on to start saying like, oh, also, I budget all of his finances. He doesn't even look at the checks. He just make the money. So you tell me he only has the brain cell to go get the check and hand it to you. He don't got the brain cell to do anything else, he said. He said, forget it. I'm just going to work. That's it. And then when she said that she organizes the groceries, the grocery list. Now, see, I'm a cook. That was a big one for me. I said, whoa. I said, this is an entrepreneur's wife. This is an entrepreneur's, like, this woman belongs with an entrepreneur, not a 9-to-5. No offense, because of the shit she's doing. But then here, listen, this is what I had to say, right? So this is what I was thinking. Now tell me if y'all agree with me or not on this. Okay. I'm feeling like if he was an entrepreneur and he had money and he can be able to help her more, I feel like she needs to be on a damn salary or something. Because watching kids full time is a job. I'm not trying to pander at all. I want my kids full time. I know this for a fact that this is a full time job. So what she's saying, I can understand. It's like, when you come home, at least help me with something. But as a man who makes the money, who provides in this household, I can see where the disconnect is. Now, I don't know if they had communication.
But I understand he's right. I appreciate that he recognizes that. But keep in mind, she says she's looking for a job, so she's going to be making money too. Like I said, ladies, count your blessings. And all these women who are sitting up here on these dating shows and dating apps, why are you still out here chasing for drama, dysfunction? I want a man. Do you know what comes along with that man? Be careful what you ask for, because you better know what comes along with them. All men are not the same. Show me which ones are not. And give me a guarantee they're not going to change. You still want to play Russian roulette with your life and your health like that? Really? And this day and age, let me tell you what women who are going around thinking it's a flex, or it's an achievement. I got a good man. You know what she calls a good man these days? He cheats on her. He has community eggplant and corn on the cob. But this is why she says he's good, because he always comes back to me. And he's paying some of the bills. He's paying bills, and he'll never leave me because he's a good man. And that's when I said I dropped the mic. Drop the mic, baby. All these women talking about they have a good marriage. Look at this judge who's getting ready. His wife is filing for divorce. I looked at their show, Mathis and Family or whatever, and you look at the way they was pretending. Everything was a facade. But behind closed doors, that's what I don't care about. When I hear these women talk about, I got a good man, I got a good marriage, I don't pay them no mind. In my mind, I don't say it, wow, what a jackass she is. You've been married for that long? I don't admire that. Because to me, that means you've been stuck on stupid for that long. I admire Elizabeth Taylor, Zsa Zsa Gabor, Jennifer Lopez. How many people have they been married to? Numerous. Because when you treat them badly, they're one and done. I kick him out, next. All these women think that it's a flex and it's something to be proud of. I've been married for 20, 30, 40 years. You have my condolences, sweetheart. I'm sorry for you. No, it's not jealousy. I can never be jealous of, let's see now, ball and chain, incarceration, freedom, peace, joy, happiness, tranquility. What's on that side again? Oh yeah, drama, dysfunction, pain, misery, suffering, controlling, manipulation. Nah, I'm going to stick on that side. Nah. Anyway, I got to run, babe, to the office. You know, I'm a working woman, honey. I love my job. I love my employees, my people that I work with. They're awesome. They have a good attitude. And I feel like it's a family because we mind our business, we do our work, but we're pleasant, we're cheerful, and I'm sure if any one of us needed each other, we would step up. That's the kind of environment I work with. But anyway, I gotta go. Twinkle, twinkle. And honey, celebrate being single. It's a blessing. It's a blessing. I love you.